Lee Hogan here, VIP boxing down at the Heartlands in Headlands, in Hartlepool. I'm going to chat to Miss Gemma Richardson.
Yes.
Gem, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm very well, very well. I was listening to our interview when it was about 3 months ago.
Yeah.
You just put pen to paper with my boss and your manager, Mr. Steve Wood, and we weren't sure when you was going to get out.
No,
You was hopefully early in the new year. And it's not far. You said end of February.
Yeah.
Well, it's the 8th of March.
8th of March, yeah. Just 3 weeks ago now, which is time's flown, hasn't it, since that interview? I feel like it was ages ago, but also at the same time, it felt like yesterday. Like it's flown.
Well, do you know something? Very fortunate you're at a venue. You've been there before, haven't you?
Yes.
In fact, one of the chief supports on that night was I think it was an eliminator for the Commonwealth and for the English title between Dom Hunt and James Moorcroft. And even though on that night it didn't live up to what we was hoping for, I think it will do because the rematch is on and they've got a
there's
draw.
that fire in the belly now for them both in it to get that win over each other.
Well,
so I think it'll be an
exciting
exciting
I called them
fight.
a few days ago and they're both really peeved. They wanted.
Of course.
And they both believed they won.
Should, of course.
And rightly so, you know.
Yeah.
But I felt the draw was a fair result.
Yeah.
So you're on the undercard. I think we've got 2 more people making a debut. Yeah. We've got a VIP versus VIP, a VIP versus former VIP, and a load of great learning fights. So I think you're in for a real night.
Sounds like it's going to be a good show, doesn't it, on paper, and that with what's going on with it all. I'm excited for it.
You're looking to steal the limelight down there?
I think everybody wants to, don't they? I think everybody wants to go and make a performance for themselves and make like a little statement, and I think that's definitely what I want to do.
Yeah.
I think being at the last show, I feel like it was meant to be, me being on this show, like being at the venue before, commentating on it, it's made me excited.
How did you find, was that the first time commentating as well?
No, I've done it a few times.
You're showing off now then, aren't you?
I've done it a few times with Stacey Copeland. She's like always invited me when she's done it. So
your first hero.
Yeah, so she's invited me and then she's took me under her wing for that. So
and she's very good as well.
She's hard to sit next to and do it next to because like you're just listening to yourself thinking, I'm just sounding silly next to Stacey. She's just amazing at it. She's good at speaking and that. So it was good to do it though, and obviously again for Jodie as well, who was my best mate on GB.
Oh, was she?
When she was on GB, so like I've known Jodie for years, so it was nice to do that with her.
And then that was her getting back onto because she lost her debut, and it wasn't her on the night.
Yeah. No.
So she needed to put a few wrongs right, and I think she did. Didn't she?
Exactly, she did, and like you can't ask for more than that, can you? I was buzzing for her.
But back to you, to you. We're going to brief recap.
Yes.
Because I remember it's a long list. It's a long list, but 5 national titles, 2 GB titles, 4 European golds, a World Youth gold medal, a Commonwealth, silver at the Commonwealth, and probably a few other things as well. But phenomenal amateur career. And I think the reason why you quit was the England thing. You wanted to get on the Olympic squad, didn't you? And it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. It was one of them things. And I spent 6 years of my life on there. I did what I wanted to do. Well, I got a lot of experience. And at that time, I just felt, you know what, it's right for me to move on now. And like...
Oh, well, but it wasn't going to be moving on. It was quitting.
Well, yeah, at one point. It feels weird to say that now. Like, sat here now, like, with how I'm feeling in training and the fight coming up. It feels so strange to admit, like, this time last year, I was done, like, I was quitting. I was never going walking into a gym again, never running, never dieting again. Like, I was done with it all. Where now I'm, like, got that much love back for it. Yeah. It feels insane that I even wanted to quit in the first place. But it's how I felt. And
now we're just talking about this new extended family of yours. Because your coach, he's somewhere in the background over there. John Stubbs, the guy that you met when you was on England, and he was the guy that you always went to for advice, but just for the truth.
Yeah, he was always honest with me. Like, you couldn't ask for anything more. Like, if I won a fight and I won it but performed bad, he'd let me know as well, which I always valued that. And I was like, do you know what? Like, that's what you need as well, don't you? You need someone that's going to tell you the truth so you can progress, because I think it's important, like, especially when you're winning the things that I've won, and like you're at that level, it's so easy to get caught up in your head with it and think, do you know what, I'm so like amazing, and I didn't want that.
but when you win as much as you, why wouldn't you?
Exactly, it's easy to get down to that thing where it kind of takes over and you think, I'm the best.
But he never used to say anything nice to you.
No, he used to tell me straight. Do you know what? He's better now. He's been giving me some compliments lately with my boxing, so that's nice to hear. I'm not used to it from him.
And preparation, so like I say, it was 3 months ago.
Yeah.
You were just getting your head back into it. You hadn't even started sparring back yet, but you've just come from a sparring session.
Yes, you've caught me in like the worst time. I've come with sweaty hair, sweaty everything, but I've just come back from.
Well, no shiners, so obviously sparring went well.
It went good today. Yeah, I think everything we was learning 3 months ago, it was all new to me. We was practicing things where now it's nice to go into spars and see that come off without really thinking about it too much, and like the drilling and everything we've been working on getting there for spars. So it's nice seeing I'm feeling back to that Gemma again where she's ready to fight and she's getting in there and everything's just clicking. And it's nice to have that feeling. Obviously 3 weeks out, so I've still got 3 weeks to go as well, but everything's starting to fall into place a little bit.
So all the hard grind is done. Now this is the fine tuning, is it?
Yeah, exactly. It's just the tapering off, like making sure everything's right here. We're just like doing little sharp things here and there. There's obviously 2-minute rounds. We're doing them in sparring as well, making sure everything's good. The fitness is there. So it's just getting it all together.
We touched on it last time because as a female boxer, you're fighting 3-3.
Yeah.
But now as a professional female boxer, you're going to be fighting, well, I think you're making your debut 6-2s, is it?
6-2s, yeah.
And that's a big change, that, because the tempo, everything's different. But it does make for more excitement, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think with the 3 minutes, you've got longer to kind of, like, slow it down, and that with the 2 minutes you haven't got that time. Like, you're in and like the bell just goes and you're in and out, and that's what I've been realising. I feel like as soon as the bell goes, I'm starting the spar, and then without even knowing, like the bell's gone again and I'm back to the corner. I'm like, at the start I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. Like, I haven't boxed like that since I was a kid with the 2 minutes. So going back to that, it was a big change, but it's getting used to it. And at the start I was still doing a bit of 3-minute rounds just to get that like fitness kind of thing, stamina under me. But now I'm on the 2s and I'm getting used to that, and it's nice that I can do it now and have that tempo high and be like, do you know what, I'm feeling all right, instead of going by too quick.
Yeah, no, like I say, it is a big transition, like you say, from where you are to where you are now. But I'm sure it's one that you're going to do, because I was speaking to quite a few people and your name props up. Yeah. And everyone just smiles and goes, it's good. You know, I feel like I
actually take that as a compliment, but sometimes I'm like, when people say that, I'm like, I don't like the attention on me, you know, which is weird, isn't it, being in the sport? You're supposed to like it, but like, I'm just like, when people say that, it's nice to hear, but then you've got to prove it as well, and I'm like,
Well, you would have done it in the amateurs, but not to the extent that you do in the pros. But the ring walk, you see, when I hated, you know, walking into the ring. I didn't like it at all. I used to hold my head down, get in there as quickly as you can. But is that something that you're going to relish?
Do you know what?
And what music are you going to come out to?
Do you know what? Like, I've been thinking about this, and we've been speaking this like back at home, my Hartlepool home with like John and Sadie and that. I'm so used to being abroad and just walking out with no crowd there, no one there apart from like GB, walking out, getting straight in the ring, no song, no nothing. So I'm not used to these like fancy ring walks like the pros had. So I was saying to John, I was like, do you and Ant walk with me, or like, am I going to be on my own? Like, I don't know how I'm going to feel about it, because I'm just not used to it. I think, obviously, in the moment, I'm going to absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And I've got a song now.
What's the song?
I'm not telling you. I can't tell you yet. It's a surprise.
You can tell me after the
night.
interview.
I'll tell you after. But it's 2 songs mashed together. We're just waiting for it to like be done.
You got a new outfit?
Yes.
You got it? Where from?
Susie Wong.
Oh.
So she's making
can't
it now.
Can't be anywhere else, can it?
Exactly. She's the best. So.
Did you go down and see her then?
No, not this camp. I'm not, but I'm hopefully going to do in the future ones. But I've been messaging her back and forth constantly until like we got it right. And I was like, I had to apologise. I was like, I must be doing your heading, because I was like, can we just change this, or can we add this? So, but she's got it like amazing. I love it. I can't wait to see it in the flesh. And
going back to what we were talking before, your new home life.
Yes.
Because I was asking, do you do anything, you know, to relax outside of boxing?
Yeah.
No.
No, well, I feel like that's the main thing I also wanted to come here for. Like, I feel like Scunthorpe now to me it can be a distraction. I've spent 6 years of my life, obviously, in Sheffield. And then to me, coming home was like, I can just relax. I can see my friends. I can see my family. I can just do things I want to do. So I also think it's important when you're in a fight camp to take yourself away from that. So obviously being here...
Make yourself feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly. I'm here to train, and that's like the main thing I'm here to do. So
and being a nanny.
And yes. When Sadie's at work and John's, I like to well, we and John have a running joke that he doesn't think I have the baby a lot. I think I have her a lot, but do you know, I absolutely love her to bits, and like I'm normally the one that's like running out going, do you need me to look after her? I'll have her for an hour if you need. I just love her to bits. She's so funny.
She's cute, isn't she?
She's so cute, and do you know what? She's got the best personality going. Yeah. Like she's so like just sassy and funny.
She can't get that from John.
No, she can't get it. It was Sadie. It's the mum. Yeah, 100%. It's not John. But yeah, it's good.
So 3 weeks, March the 8th, can't come soon enough.
No, I'm just. Do you know when you get to that point where you think, I just want training to be over now. I just want to be there. I want to get in the ring, and it's been a year since I've boxed and been in the ring at all. Well, over a year by the time the fights come. So I just want to get that feeling again. I want to get in the ring, spotlight on, and just do what I love doing.
You can get missed being punched in the face.
How strange is that? Like I went from last year to have like not doing anything to feeling like I miss that sparring when you come out of sparring and you're absolutely like just, and like your neck hurts for the next day, and that like it's a weird feeling to miss, but you do miss it.
And if everything goes perfect on there, as we've said before, numerous again, I mean, Karen Dewar, the girl that you both won World Youth the first time. She's a world champion now.
She's doing amazing, isn't she?
You know, it's like, it's crazy. So, you know, in 18 months' time, I could be talking to you, and that could be the same scenario.
Exactly. I think women's boxing is now just going strength to strength, so I think there's lots of fights out there for me to like build up to, and then they're the big ones out there that everybody will want to see, and hopefully like we'll get there within, like you said, 18 months, whenever the time is, and get the real big fights going as well, which will be amazing. So
this exciting journey starts on March the 8th at Bolton, at a fantastic venue, on a fantastic card. And not only that, the good thing about this is, you know, we've got, I think, close to 25,000 subscribers, which is not a lot, but we're also going live on BoxingNews, his YouTube channel. He's got, I think, about 120,000 in his Boxing News. I mean,
it's a big thing, isn't it?
It's Boxing News, you know, that's the thing that's been going for 120 years or whatever. It's the original, isn't it? And you get to make your debut on that.
Yeah, I know. I've got dreams in it, like people would dream to do that probably on some other show, so I'm just lucky to be able to do that as well and like be on that kind of like channel as well. Well, I'm looking forward to it, I really am. And we're up here, because I'm up here tonight, because 2 year stablemates are fighting at the weekend, well, they're fighting tonight, aren't they? At the Walker activity. I don't have a clue where it is. I just turn up. I just turn up and shout. Are you going to turn up tonight? Yeah, I'm hopefully going to be there. I'm going to obviously support the lads. Because I think Travis is topping the bill. He's topping the bill, isn't it? It's amazing that. So I can't really miss that, can I? I train with him like day in, day out, and that. So I can't just be there for the training and not turn up for that. If everything goes perfect on this, you know, hopefully you're going to be moving on to the big stage and not fighting too many times on our shows. But we're back here on April the 5th. Has anything mentioned about that? Will you be on that? Do you know what? I've got no idea yet. I don't really get into like talks with that side of things. I just leave that to everyone else, and I just focus on training. I just turn up and I'm like, okay, I just agree. Well, listen, good luck with the rest of camp. Thank you. I know there's only 3 weeks left, but this is the hard 3 weeks, isn't it? Exactly. But I think it's the 3 weeks that you're going to enjoy the most. Yeah, 100%. I can't wait. Gemma, take care, love. Thank you. You too. Bye. For all boxing info, news, and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.